friends, welcome to our first week of our August blog class. Today we have a guest. This is Shannon. She's normally back there behind the camera, but today she's here because she helped design this line, Little Miss, which is what our album is. Hopefully you've seen that. You are going to love it. It is absolutely gorgeous with all the layers and the texture, and it was made by Tara Orr, and I'm going to talk about her a little bit in a minute. But first, I'm going to talk about Shannon.
Oh, goody.
I affectionately call her Shanunderscorin. You want me to say that again? Shanunderscorin. Let me tell you why.
You have notes?
I'm going to make some notes.
Oh.
Can you see this name? Okay, looking at that, how would you pronounce that name? Think about it. Try to pronounce it. It's the name of a real person. The name of a real person. Would you say La'a? How would you say it?
La'a.
La'a. Okay? It is Ladasha. The name is Ladasha. So one day we were talking about Ladasha and we were making fun of it, and Shannon said, it would be like if I put an underscore in the middle of my name. And we said, that's right, and we could call you Shanunderscorin. So she's affectionately Shanunderscorin. So she's here today to play with us and tell us about the Little Miss line.
It's a really great line. It's
Like, what was some of the inspiration? What parts did you design? Tell us how that came about.
Well, we wanted something very pretty and cutesy and like little girls and tea parties and that like lace and the whole just everything girly and pretty. And so I drew these little teacups, drew that girl. That was a lot of fun drawing all the little elements.
And also, if you notice, each paper has a different name, and whose names are they?
Well, there's some of ours, some of our kids, not my kids, but Little Miss Marie is the one with the bird cages on it, and that was named after me. That's my middle name.
Shannon, Shanunderscorin Marie.
And Ray, who also helped do this line, her daughters are Jamaica and Jacoya, who the papers are named after, and Jasmine, but she got her own line. So.
Yeah, she got her own line. There's just like some of our nieces, some of our middle names, some of our mom's names. So just everybody in the office we just named the papers after people we knew. So it's kind of fun naming the papers, don't you think?
Yeah, I enjoy naming papers.
We make big lists, and then people go through and vote, and we tally mark and decide what we like and what we don't like. It's fun. That's one of the fun parts of our job. So anyway, we will get started with this album. And if she seems a little Twitter-pated, it's because she is. We may have to stop the camera several times because she just bursts out talking about Jessie.
Oh my gosh.
All the time.
I do not.
And she's getting married. I didn't know if that was public knowledge, but it's out there now for the universe. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now I'm blushing.
She's blushing. Okay, so Tara Orr. She has been designing for Bo Bunny for 2 years. She has been married for 11 years to her handsome husband. I'm trying to remember the word she used to describe him, and I can't remember if it was hot or it was something, but she's in love with her husband. Of 11 years, she's a stay-at-home mom now with her 3 children. She started scrapbooking in 2008 and just instantly fell in love with it. What else do I know about Tara? She lives in British Columbia, which I would like to visit, so I think that would be fun. I believe she speaks French. I don't know that for sure. I could be lying. And also, I happen to know that she orders a grande... what's it called? A grande mocha? No. From Starbucks every day. Who knows Starbucks names? Tara, I'm sorry. I know you order grande something every day from Starbucks. Anyway, she's a doll, and I think I also know she has moves like Jagger. I remember reading that one day. Anyway, she designed this, and you are just going to fall in love with it. And if you follow her already or have seen her stuff, I'm sure you've already fallen in love with her because she's awesome. So, without further ado, Shannon's going to be saying adieu soon. Okay, anyway, so without further ado, I can say adieu. Who says adieu? So with that, we will go ahead and start. We're going to do 4 weeks and 3 pages each week. Is that what we decided? So 3 pages each week. So today we're going to do our cover, the inside of the cover, and page 1. So you're just going to love this. And the pictures in this album are absolutely adorable. She's taken her little girl to some place where they serve tea and they have little cupcakes, and I'll show close-ups of the pictures because they're absolutely adorable. They fit the line, couldn't be more perfect. So we'll go ahead and get started. People, I forgot to tell you some stuff. And I'm sure you read it on your supply list, but you're going to need doilies, and you get these in the cake area, the cake making area. And then they're pretty inexpensive. And then you're going to need some little clothespins. And it's funny because I found in the scrapbooking section, there's people that have these, and you get about 20 of them for like $4.99. And if you go to like a dollar store or over to the wood section, you get 50 for $2.99. So just a hint that don't buy them in the scrapbooking section. And you'll need some twine, some glossy accents, peach spray. I didn't have peach, so I used pink and red and played till I got a color that kind of matched. And I think as far as like weird things you'll need to buy, those are the things you'll need to buy. So we're going to go ahead and start with page 1, and you dump all the goods out. And we're going to do a couple things to prep for page 1. Let me show you. The first paper we're going to use is what's my namesake paper? Your namesake paper. This Marie paper. Okay, let me tell you this. So if you want your album to look exactly like hers, you'll have to look where you're cutting, and when you cut out a measurement, don't go all the way through. Cut out, if it's 3 by 5, cut out 3 by 5 and get the right areas. So if you want it to be exactly like the pictures that will be below our video, kind of look and see where you're going to need that. But this paper we're going to use a lot. It gets cut into a lot. Anyway, so to prepare, you're going to want, in the white area, we're going to put on this rose rub-on, and this rose rub-on, and then these 2 peach hummingbirds. Put those on the white area, and we're going to fussy cut those out. So that's the first thing you want to do, is put those in that white area and fussy cut those out.
Fussy cutting is not my favorite thing. I blame it on me being a lefty, but I have never been a good cutter. I am terrible at it.
It's fun. We love it.
You won't be saying that after I try cutting out some things for you.
Okay, and the other thing, let me see that cut out. We're also going to use all 4 of these, but we're also going to use this. So when you cut this out, go straight up this line until you get to this, and just fussy cut that exactly. It will go into this just a tiny bit, but will cover it. But if you cut exact, you almost don't even notice it. So fussy cut this guy out, but be careful because we're going to use all 4 of these. Hopefully that makes sense. But for the cover, we want this guy. So let me show you. So here's the rub-ons. here's that guy we were just talking about, and then this guy, and our birds are rub-ons that are fussy cutted out. Fussy cutted. That sounds funny. Funny fussy cutted. Okay, and then we're going to spray our doilies. Now, one of the clever things that Tara did that I thought was so awesome that I don't know why, and it's such a little thing, but it's so cool. When she uses her doilies, it's not just one. Like, there's 2 or 3 in the pile. And as you use the book and open and close, they start to fray apart. And to me, it just adds so much character and depth to have all those layers. So don't be picky and just peel off one doily. It's fun to have all of the layers of them. She sprayed this with a peach mist. And I only had a pink one, so I sprayed with a pink and an orange and just sprayed till I kind of got a color that looked good with the paper. I'm trying to think if there's something else I need to have you do. Yes, there is. This guy right here is in the Noteworthy, and you're going to put him on a piece of this white and then leave a little bit of a border and cut it out again. Don't adhere it down though, because we're actually going to pop him up. But
Need some help?
yeah. So put that on just a piece of paper and just leave a little border. So you'll also want to do that. Let me show you on this stick. So that's from the combo, and we're going to pop up that center section. So until I use that, I just left the backing on and just added some pop dots to the center, because that's going to be up. So that's something else you're going to do to prepare. And then we're going to use this Daydream, and it is off of one of the 6x12s, this one right here, which is called
Sweet Girl.
Sweet Girl. And then this one. And so that one's called Garden of Friends. So you're going to take a little mist from Garden of Friends, put pop dots on it, and it's going to go right on top of Daydream. Okay, so those, I think, are the things that you're going to want to do for this cover.
Cool.
All right, so to get started, get your cover of your album, and you're going to want to spray your doilies. We've pre-done it, but so see, I just tried spraying different colors until I got them the right distance and misted them to get them to the right color. Okay, so the first thing you want to put down is the doily. And we need adhesive. Alright, to start off, you're going to put your doilies on the very back of your page. Okay. And then with each of these papers, the measurements I give you, you're going to use your edge scraper. No, it's kind of over to the left a little bit. It kind of comes off at the top.
I don't think this one's big enough.
Oh, this isn't the same one as this.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
see, that's how she said that. That doesn't look like it's going to go like this. But this is a different piece than this. So, it's okay to put that one up
So
a little
I should move
higher.
that up.
Yeah. Okay, so there's first. And then, so our first piece of paper is going to be 4.5 by 3.5. And Shannon's going to show you show you the paper and just kind of show you, we got it over there at the edge, so we have the brown on it. See, in the album she has brown on the edge. So if you want it to be exactly the same, just kind of watch your placement as you cut. So you want to scrape up the edges, and then that just kind of is centered. But I already did for you, so that you didn't have to. But we're going to be scraping all the edges of these layers. So you may want to hit pause and do that. Okay, so your first one is 4.5 by 3.5, and it's just kind of centered right on there.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then our next little piece is... Okay, the next piece is 4.5 by 1.5, and this comes out of the bottom right corner of the paper. And this one, you kind of want that one to matter, because that rose is going to show out here. So that one just kind of goes near the bottom, but you want to leave a little bit of space on your on your matting layer there. Okay, and then our next one is going to be 3 3/4 by 3. Yep, and it's just going to center it on that biggest one. Yeah. Now we're just kind of getting smaller, layering down, working in towards that birdhouse that's going to be there. And then our smallest one is 3 1/4 by 2 1/2.
It's just sideways here.
Yeah.
Just right in the middle.
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty. Now you are going to want another piece of a doily, and you don't need the whole thing. I think you could totally put the whole thing on there, but you're just going to put a little piece centered on the bottom that kind of hangs towards the end.
Just hanging off here.
Yep. Just kind of bumps up with the bottom. And then, out of the noteworthy, you're going to get the little, what would you call that?
I call them all brackets.
A
I know they're
bracket.
not all brackets, but that's what.
So that little
They're all
bracket, and
brackets to
it's
me.
actually going to get brads in it. And the brads that we're using are the Country Garden brads. And we're going to use the pink ones. And they'll just go in both ends of this here. Okay, so after you get your brads in that bracket, only adhese the center of this piece because we're going to tuck stuff under the edges. So just put adhesive in the center. And then when we get to our petals, we'll be tucking those and under this bracket, an underscore in. And that is just centered on there as well. All right, now we are going to start with our petals. And you are going to need these right here that she's showing you. So these are out of the Little Miss Petals, and this collection has been super, super popular, and so I know it's sold out in a lot of places. So you might want to get online and Google and see where you can find the product to have it, mailed to you, or your local store might still have it. If not, you can always cut these flowers out. I know Tim Holtz has dies that would work. Sizzix has dies that would work. You could cut out similar flowers on your Cricut or on your
Silhouette.
Yeah, silhouette, whatever you have. And then just use an extra piece of paper and cut out different shaped flowers, and it will look just as gorgeous. They won't be embossed and as easy, but there are alternatives if you can't find the flowers. So your littlest one, you're going to take there's a little tiny circle birdhouse in the noteworthy. Okay, before we go any further, the 2 little hummingbirds that you used on the rub-on and then you fussy cutted them out, you are going to want to use some glossy accents and put it on top of those. Shannon's going to show you them.
They're so cute. I'm afraid they blend in with my...
With your flesh. They're the color of flesh.
Nice.
FYI.
We don't say those things.
We glossy accent the birds and then set them aside to dry. And if you don't put them way aside, they'll end up sticking somewhere on your arm right here. Ask me how I know. Yes, because I did it. Okay, so set those aside, let them dry. All right, now with your flowers. Your smallest flower, we're going to use the brad from our Country Garden brads that has the text on it and put it through the center of there. And then that first flower is going to go on the top right of our photo mats there. It's not really photo mats, but of our mats, cover mats. While she's getting the glue dot out, it's Grande Dark. That's the drink that Tara likes from Starbucks, a Grande Dark. I remembered.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So then the big flower is going to go on the bottom left corner. Well, actually, it's the medium flower out of the package, but the biggest one on the cover. And it's going to go just down in the bottom And it's going to cover up that bottom doily that's been cut.
Over top of it?
Yeah, just put it all right on top, and it kind of bumps up against the bottom of the album. See right here?
Because it looks like it's under this. Oh, that's why we didn't
under
adhere
that.
the-
I'm sorry, I didn't see what you were saying, but yes, so right
My
there.
bad.
Okay, and then you want the rose chipboard that actually looks just like the one that we fussy cut it out, and it's in your 12 by 12 chipboard.
But not this one.
Yeah, down right there. A little more about Tara that designed this album. When she, a while back, she only did layouts, 12 by 12 layouts. That's what she did. That's what she scrapbooked. And then slowly but surely, she's been converted, and now she does mini albums and cards and altered projects, and she likes all kinds of mediums, and her style is very, very shabby and chic. Love it. Love it so much. Okay, so your chipboard's on there. Then with your medium-sized flower that you've got there, we're going to put a little hummingbird sticker in the center of it. And it's off of the combo, I believe. Nope, I lied. It's off of this one right here. The Sweet Girl. It's this little hummingbird sticker. It's going to go in the center. And I would do a pop dot on that one. There's a little dimension there on the top. And then it's going to go right on the top of everything, but don't cover your rose. Actually, don't stick that on yet. Did you already? No, that you can. Just don't stick your flower on yet, because we're going to go to this sticker.
Okay.
And we've popped out of this, but we are also... No, we're not. No. Okay, so now we're going to take the sticker and place the background. You're just going to center it right on top of that label or bracket. And it's going to go right on top of your flower. And then just, it kind of fits right in there.
I know you always say, like, don't worry about getting it exactly, but I'm, like, paranoid that I'm doing it wrong.
I know you stress about it, right? But in the end, every single time,
It
perfect,
looks
right?
good.
I know, it adds character. That's what I always say.
But
All right.
you do actually always say
I
that.
do actually always say that. Some things I make up and say I say them, but don't really say them. Okay, before you put... Oh, yeah, you can stick that... Wait a minute. Can you or can't you? Or can you? You can. Then you're going to pop out the center and stick it in. You're good.
Okay.
That was me having a moment with my good self and my bad self. Can you? I don't know. Can you? I don't know. Can you?
Oh my gosh, these are sticking everywhere.
Ooh, and those little... Do you guys have a problem with those little backs? I have them everywhere in my house. They stick to your socks. They stick to the dog's paws. They're everywhere.
Does your little puppy look like the one in this line?
Yes! My new little puppy looks just like
Her?
Just
with
like
a cute little bow?
her. That is my new little puppy named Gidget. Oh, mwah, I love her. Okay, yep, so stick that
Straight in the
center. And then your rose that we fussy cut it out of the rub-on one, so the smaller, it's going to pop dot right on the top of the corner of the shoe there. This bracket. Yep. It's going to cover up a little bit of the center of that flower, the brad. Okay, and now with your birdcage noteworthy and then the little piece that you made for the back, you're going to put pop dots on both of them. And first put down your backing.
Can I just tell you, Noteworthy is my favorite embellishment.
It is. And why?
Because you can use it everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like, it's so easy to use.
It is. In fact, Tara, one of the collections that I had sent them, we didn't have the Noteworthy in stock yet, and I sent the design team their boxes before we had that. And I remember Tara was so sad because it's one of her favorite items too. It's just so usable. And it's all different sizes. Okay, before you put the birdhouse on, we're going to put the big rose down and show them the back of that. So we put dots on part of it that's going to lay, So show how that's going to lay. Oops, come down right here. Yeah. Just so that, because this sard's already popped up, so I just wanted pop dots over there.
Double layer.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then our little bracket, we're going to stick Little Miss on top of these guys right here. I guess it didn't matter what we did first, but somehow I went over there. Are you already, if you're making yours right now as we're talking, it's already making me giddy. Just all these layers.
So pretty.
Oh, just.
You like things chunky.
I like things chunky, and I cannot lie. We would dance for you, but we got to get moving. So after we get that little bracket on, and it just tucks right under that bigger rose, just so the very end's just kind of right under there, and just right on top of the little paper that we cut out. And then we want our birdhouse on top of that. And then we're going to tie with some jute or twine. We're going to tie a bow in the top of this little tag out of our noteworthy. And then
Before
we're going
I
to
put it on or after?
you can do it after, where it's popped up. It's easy to do after. And we'll do that at the end when we get there. And then pop up your little birds on there.
They're so cute.
I love them. Makes them look like epoxy. Oh, and I forgot the other little rose that we cut out of our rub-on. It's going to tuck under the edge of your label, your bracket, where your brad is. It just tucks under and kind of peeks out right there. And if you've already adhered it too much down, you can cut the end off and just tuck under. Or is it good? See, there's those little things. Yep, right there. So he tucks under there. And then our last flower that has the hummingbird in the middle is just going to go right down there in the bottom left corner. Ooh, all right, hold that up and let him look at it. Can you even stand it? That is
so
adorable.
Cute.
Like, you just want to hold it and look at it. Oh, so cute. All right, moving on. We're going to flip over and do the back side of that cover.
Oh, did we want to tie this?
Oh, sorry, we got to tie a bow. So we'll do that, and then we'll go to the other side. Okay, so for the back side of our cover, you're going to need a couple noteworthy. These two. We're going to need our buttons. A little bit of twine, and then the same flowers that we used, that medium one, and then this smaller one with the pointier edges. And we're going to need the paper called Allie, Little Miss Allie. And then you're going to need two other little papers out of our signature, Shannon's signature paper called Marie, Little Miss Marie. And these little papers are 1 3/4 by 1/2 inch, and then 1 1/8 by 1 1/2. So two little papers there. Then out of Allie, you are going to cut this shape. And I'll show you what shape it is. This is the cutout, and it's this inner shape right here. You ask, why don't we use this one? Because we're going to use it later. That's why. So Allie, if you look at the paper Allie, looks like that. We're going to cut that shape out of right there, and we'll give you a PDF for this shape. So cut that out of Allie right there, and then distress its edges, and then I'm going to show you the coolest trick. If you already know it, don't rain on my parade and tell anyone. So you want a mat that's foamy. This is my McGill one that I have with all those flower punches that you use your stylus and you make the flowers curl and stuff. So it's a squishy pad. I'm going to put my piece on there, and then you need one of these little doohickeys that they use in sewing, but I don't sew, so I don't know what it's called. Do you know what this is called? Camera?
I don't know what that's called, actually.
Okay, do you know what this is called, Shannon?
I'm not a sewer.
Okay, we don't sew, so we don't know what this thing's called, but it...
Could probably ask my mom. She would know.
My mom
Do you
would
want
know
to call
too.
her?
No.
We'll be right back. Call your mom. Fine.
Okay, my mom says it's just called a pattern marking tool.
Well, that's boring. Pattern marking tool? We're going to call it a doohickey. So you need one of these doohickeys. And then you're going to go right along the edge, poke it in, and then let it go. See how it kind of curls it up? And I know you can't really see that, but you're going to in a minute. So like 1/8 of an inch in, you're going to go all around the whole outside edge. And you could also do this with black. But for this project, we want it to be white. And it makes it look like you sewed. Can you see here? That it looks like she stitched. Okay, that's done with a pattern marking tool and a white pen. You could do it with a black pen. How incredible is that for those of
So
you who
cool.
don't sew, like all of us here who didn't know what that tool was? Got it? Oh, I don't know if you got it yet. So then you just go and you mark right along the...
Good.
All right, first step is you're going to take the big noteworthy and stick that on the whole page. And then you're going to want to take a hole punch and punch the holes. We don't have one with us right now, so we're going to go back and do that later, but you'll have to punch them through so that you can add your rings when we're all done. So it kind of just fits on there really neatly. And then we're going to do our shape with the Eiffel Tower that we cut out, and then your green rub-on on top of that. And you want to, show them pop dot. So you want to pop dot the piece that we cut out, and you also want to pop dot that noteworthy.
There's a lot of pop dots on here.
Because we like to mention.
Yes, we do. Okay. Alright.
I didn't do all of this, so that's good.
Just in the middle?
Just, oh no, actually it goes off to the left, so that comes off the left side. And then we have a little girl
This is
sitting.
one of my favorite ones. by the
Me
way.
too. Oh, love it. And then off of your 12 by 12 chipboard, you want the little girl that's sitting with the umbrella, which you drew as well, Shannon, right?
Yes. I did.
Where did she go? Alright, and then you're going to want to open your buttons and show our friends that we're going to use that brown clear one and then the bigger peachy one. So this one and this one. This one you want to put a bow in. So go ahead and get those two buttons out and put a bow in that one while I try to find us another flower. Alright, so we're just going to glue dot our our buttons onto the flower. So the little brown one goes on other one. That one that has the little pointy edges. And then our bigger peachy pink one goes on that other small flower. And then we're going to put our small flower on top of our big flower. So again, we've got more layers. And then our medium flower that has that dark button on it, it's going to go right in the center over on the right side of the Eiffel Tower. Right where it points.
Right here?
And then our big one's just going to go down and to the left. And I know you guys out there probably all knew this, and I don't know what made me think of this, but I thought it was brilliant and it makes me happy. But, you know these, what do you guys call these things? I call them a flag, but it's not really a flag.
Banner?
A banner?
Well, I don't know.
So these things that have the
Flags
little
are good.
peaks that are really popular. So, in order to get the perfect peak, if you just bend your paper like this and then cut there, your sides will be exactly even.
Oh.
Is that so cool?
Could
And you don't have
used that.
to just keep cutting and cutting.
Just keep trimming till it even.
Yeah. So you're going to do that to both of these little pieces
Good to know.
that we did, which were, if you remember, 1 3/4 by 1/2, and then 1 1/8 by 1 1/2. And they are both little flags right here. Then we're going to take our Just Us Girls off of our sticker. One that's not Sweet Girl. The other one. What is it, Shannon?
Garden of Friends.
Garden of Friends. It says Just Us Girls, and it's going to go on top of the small flag, and then the big flag. And they're both pop dotted, so big guys popped, and then little guys popped. And they tuck right under those flowers. And I'm going to help Shannon pop because I didn't pre-pop this one. But, so like I said, you all probably knew that tip, but I was so ecstatic when I found that out.
Are we just centering this here?
Yeah, just center it right on there. And you might have to trim a little bit of it to match the end.
I'm just going to cut this one like this. It's too small to...
Yeah, oh sorry, I should have told you that. Just put it on there and do it. And as soon as she gets those on, that is going to do it for the inside of our cover. And then we just have page 1, and it is a piece of crumb cake, but so adorable.
So this one just goes...
Oh, sorry, yes, it just goes kind of, yeah, finishes off that triangle with the flowers and the flag. And then the little one just goes right on top of it. Now, while she's doing that little one, I'm going to show you the picture that's on the next page. Can you see that? Of Tara's little girl. She said she's a little diva. She looks like her mommy. And she has the sticker corners on. So you could go, well, if you don't have your photos right now, you aren't going to want to do that, but that's just the photo. I'm going to show you all of the photos as we go through individually because they're just adorable. But I don't know if you can see this little cafe they're in, but it's just got white wooden furniture and a black and white checkered floor. Adorable.
Cute.
All right. There we go. So cute. 2 done, 1 to go for today. So for this one, you need the die cut of the little tea party there. Teapot and sugar and cups. And you need this bird cage, but if you put a photo on it, you're going to cover it. Just remember that. And it is 3 1/2 by 4 1/4, and it's off of that first paper that we did, Little Miss Marie. So 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. So that's just going to go kind of over on the left side. There, yep. And that's going to go on top of it. And then we have a little sticker trim that is on the combo, I believe. Sorry, Shannon, I've got you doing a million things. And I keep talking and not letting you talk. And then you're going to use this tea party sticker right here. And we're actually going to pop this sticker up. Hey, wouldn't it be nice when we scrapbooked if there was 2 of us and you just did it like this? We'd get a lot done fast.
Yeah. Like an assembly line.
Yeah, assembly line scrapping. Hey, that is a great company. Let's do it. Do you know what's another great company that I thought of the other day? Did I tell you?
I don't know.
I think if somebody out there wanted to do a maid service for scrapbook rooms, I would totally hire somebody to come in and clean my scrapbook
I
room.
bet there are a lot of people clean up the craft room.
I bet you there's a lot of people that would pay for that service. I could not do it because I don't have an organizing bone in my body. Shannon could whip us all into shape in no time flat. See, that's a good thing you could do in your spare time.
Do it together.
So that is going to go just along the bottom of the plate where the teacups are. And then, look how cute. Well, you can't see it, but you're going to see it in a minute when she does it. But in the 12 by 12 chipboard, there's a little circle with a teacup, and we're going to put it right on top of the teapot. Because we don't need 2 teapots. Teapot, teapot. We only need 1. So we're going to cover that little guy up.
My tray was a little uneven.
She had to get it a little bit straight. Remember I told you that adds character?
Yeah, but the tea tray has to be flat.
I know, and I know
Tea
how
will
you are.
spill.
The tea will spill out and stain our page. Oh,
Which-
that might be cute.
Where's that?
12 by 12 chipboard. Right in the center. smack dab in the center of it. Now, that page, after she gets that on, is done other than your photo, but you're going to die. You're not even going to believe this. Can you see that? There.
Cute.
How cute is that? Is that the
Wow.
cutest thing you've ever seen? All right, that is it for today. We will be back next week to do pages 2, 3, and 4. So, thank you so much for playing with us.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. And I just figured out what to do with all those little squares. You can party. We'll see y'all next week.